Introduction. Greetings, meatbags. I am pleased to report that Mr. Weider has once again delivered the milk. Metaphorically, of course. He's gonna walk us through why he got shafted on his gun deal and kind of contradict his previous story.
Okay, as you can clearly see here, as I'm arriving at Bud's gun shop the first time, I went in there for a quote to see if they would be willing to buy the SIG P320. And just before I pulled in for the first time, you could see the white police van, right in front of myself, the target. So this is how they time the assignments and whatnot, and basically let the target know that they're under surveillance or on watch and all that stuff. So you can see that the police, how they timed it like this. And I, go inside Bud's gun shop and I get the very low quote. They tell me at the counter that it's a store rule, right, that all SIG P320s or all SIGs, handguns or something like that, are only to be sold for $200. So yeah, after I was told that, I felt like that was such a low ball offer that I wanted to go to the pawn shop to get just wanted to go to the pawn shop to see if I could get a second quote or whatever. And I go, to the pawn shop, and I'll play that footage here in just a second, and I'm quoted the exact same price of $200 that I was quoted at Bud's gun shop. But this is just to show how the police and the surveillance works to let the target know they're on watch.
I remember him saying he went to 3 places in his previous video and got 4 answers. One place straight up said no, one offered far less than 200. Now he says just Bud's in the pawn shop. Let the ledger show we have a plot hole.
And as you can see here, I'm now arriving at the pawn shop just about whatever it is, like 5 minutes or so after, 5 to 10 minutes or whatever it was after leaving Bud's gun shop. So this is the pawn shop where I was quoted the same price of $200, right, for the SIG P320, right? So after I get lowballed here as well, I just decide to go back to Bud's gun shop and sell it because I kind of already see the game that's being played or whatever, and I just decide to go back there because it's more of an official shop and I can get an official time receipt and all that.
Well now, that sure was a lot of words to say you wanted an official receipt with the time on it. Spoiler alert, pawn shops are also required to report gun purchases to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. And like any official report, the date and time are logged right in it. So if what you said here was true, you wasted gas to get the same deal. Smooth move, X-Lax.
Okay, so you can see here, after I left the pawn shop, after getting lowballed again, I was heading back to Bud's to officially sell the gun. And you can see this stalker times their assignment. They pull out of this empty parking lot you can see in this industrial part of town. There's like nothing going on at this business. It looks like the business might even be closed. Just completely dead side, business area in this industrial part of town. But this is how the stalkers time their assignments, and you can see how the stalker pulls out right in front of myself, the target, and you're gonna see confirmation here in just a bit that this car is in fact one of the stalkers.
Mr. Weider, I want to take this opportunity to bring in a little friend I call reality. In fact, I'm pretty much speaking on behalf of it. What you identified as a, quote, probably closed, unquote, business could actually be one of several open businesses in that area. Oh, and before you cry, stalker, I got the location from the GPS coordinates displayed by your dash cam in your public video. Anyway, back to the closed business your supposed stalker staged from. Let's look at this from above, shall we? I can't quite tell from the footage, but it appears that person came from either the driveway to the lumber dealer or Grot Drive. As you can see from above, the driveway leads to more than the wood dealer. Allow me to propose an alternate theory, with help from reality as I know it, to explain this encounter. The sedan with the tail light out could very well have been a delivery driver, perhaps an Amazon Flex driver, maybe DoorDash, or even a local pizza place. There's also the distinct possibility this person was simply a customer or employee of one of the businesses nearby.
Okay, you can see here, just as I'm about to turn right back into Bud's gun shop parking lot, the car that pulled in front of me, right, and timed the assignment, clearly has a left missing brake light. So this is confirmation to the target once again that, that just to let me know that I'm under watch and all that, and that this whole thing was a setup. Everything that happened today, I was completely under surveillance. I was being, I was under watch, right? And the whole $200 bogus price that the, AI already analyzed as a complete lowball bullshit offer, was already exposed as a setup. So that's why the pawn shop offered me $200, the same price that Bud's gun shop offered me. And even when I went to the first gun shop, I think it was on Regency Road or whatever that is, they said they don't even buy SIGs. So the whole thing today was just to, waste my time, demoralize me, and make me feel worthless. And this is the confirmation of that, because, the network had already sabotaged the whole thing. They've already called up all the shops in town that sell these, types of firearms or whatever, and stuff like that, like at Bud's gun shop, and they just told them, they smear campaigned me and all that stuff. And this is the confirmation of that, just as I'm turning back in to get this terrible lowball offer, just to confirm the financial sabotage, right? Just to confirm that I'm worthless, right? Or whatever, according to them. So this is confirmation that everything that happened today was a setup.
He really doesn't get it. Can I explain, please?
Go for it, C8.
Yes! Okay! Here we go, Mr. What's Your Name? Let's pretend this is King of the Hill, because that show was cool and had an episode we can use to illustrate what's going on when you sell to a dealer. Boomhauer cleaned out his garage and found an old S-Mart double-barreled shotgun. He doesn't really want it anymore, and now he's taking the weapon to Peggy's World of Books and Guns. Here, his friend Dale notes this was S-Mart's top of line and originally retailed for about $109.95. Resale value of a mint condition. Boomstick like this is listed at $75. Dale has no intention of keeping this weapon. He wants to sell it, honestly, for a change. He evaluates the condition as mint, then offers $30. Why so low, you're probably wondering. I'll tell you. Because the dealer is looking to actually make money at the end of the day. If Dale offered $75, then turned around and sold it for $75, then he gets screwed. The dealer has to look at their potential to sell the weapon. In this case, boomsticks are quite popular and he knows he'll have no trouble selling it. In your case, Mr. Whatever, you were selling a gun the average person might be afraid to buy. Thus, the dealer could very well end up selling it for scrap in the end. They need to take that into consideration on every deal. In this case, Boomhauer has a job and is just looking to get rid of something so he doesn't haggle. $30 is $30, especially for something he doesn't want anymore. So he takes it. Given the boomstick's popularity, he might have been able to talk Dale up to $33. You were lucky to get what you got. The irony is, if you had chosen a different gun, you probably wouldn't be faced with the P320 stigma. That's all on you, big guy.